Got Shari on the helm. Hi, Shari on the helm.
Hello.
So, Shari, what's the most important thing about being a helmsman?
Don't fight on the boat.
Don't fight on the boat. Here we get Kristin eating a sandwich.
I'm in the galley. Galley duty.
We just got overtaken by 2 tugboats. They're winning. Yeah, it'll be fun when we do. Just doing a little day sail. What day is it? It's November 11th?
It's November 11th. Veterans Day.
Veterans Day.
What's in the big tanks on all of these?
Petroleum.
Just holding it?
Yeah.
We should go get some.
We should. They would even notice.
Phoenix? Well,
And we're sailing and we're on video.
Hi!
So Shari's sailing. You're sailing!
Yay, I'm the expert. Just don't ask me. Here, hold this. So he's coming in. Just stay my course.
Wave, Shari. I told Simon to wave like 8 times on that video.
Yeah, you did. That's so funny.
It was.
So
Wave, wave, wave.
Ooh, now the wind's picking up.
That's okay. So remember in Mission Bay when we were in the little Capri and the wind would come up and it would make the whole boat just rock over and terrifying? In this boat it's just like, oh, there's some more wind.
Well, what about the waves? You just forget about
Ignore
them?
'em.
Okay. I can do that.
So we have Sister Kristin on the helm. Wave, Kristin!
Kristin, not Sister Kristin.
Sister Kristin. Sister Kristin. No, Sister Kristin. Hey, wait, where's Shari? Shari's over here. Where's Shari? They got the little otter sticking her nose out.
Out of the wind.
Out of the wind. We got about 8 knots of wind. Absolutely beautiful. We're about 5 miles off the coast of LA. Beautiful, gorgeous day. What would be bad? I'd be okay. I could tell.
Be able to tell. I won't do it right now.
And we got the Hawaiian flag flying today. I should have a different state flag for every day. That would be cool.
And then you can walk
Who do we know in Puerto Rico?
US.
So David is now a Puerto Rican resident. It's my brother-in-law. So explain to us what our sail configuration is.
This is called wing on wing.
And why do they call it that?
Because we're spread out like wings on a bird or a plane. And I've got the mainsail to the starboard, and the jib is then on the opposite side of the port, and that's to get as much wind as possible. Because if it was behind the mainsail, it would be in the wind shadow, and it wouldn't get any wind on the powering it. So I'm really having to watch the indicator carefully here because it keeps wanting to be pretty unsteady, but I've got to basically keep the wind at our rear.
The staysail keeps wanting to snap over.
Yeah, and I know you put a preventer up there, but I feel better if I had a line from that boom back here so that we could actually control it better.
But we don't have it because your lazy 4-deck crew didn't run a line up
but
there.
But you did go up there and you put in, what did you do? How did you rig it?
I put the preventer. It's the It's the dock line, from the dock line cleat to the outhaul of the staysail boom, and then back up to the pulpit. Just lashed.
Bungee cord.
I was gonna try to use that, but it just turned out not to be a solid idea.
We could go to Hotel del Coronado.
We could, on a warship.
Might be a little bit of a sail. Alright.
You got the camera too.
Video? Okay. So Shari is taking over the helm for me because my neck started hurting because I was craning it up like Shari is doing. We're still running. We're wing on wing.
We are wing on wing.
Keith and I were just discussing why he wouldn't want to put up a spinnaker now to catch more wind.
All right, let's talk about running wing and wing. It's one of the most difficult points of sail to hold.
Yes.
It seems like, you know, how hard could it possibly be? All you're doing is just going with the wind. But what happens is the staysail, the jib, the head sail, whatever you're flying is going to have a tendency to want to slop back and forth for a couple of reasons. Wind shift is one of the reasons, and then the rolling of the boat is just going to keep changing the center of gravity on that boom or whatever whisker pole you might have out. And then you're also getting some wind effect from the mainsail, which is shadowing the head sail or the staysail in our case, or it can also be funneling wind and making it goofy too. That's a technical term. Now, an alternate is we could, if we had a spinnaker, we could drop the staysail, fly the main, put a spinnaker up, put a spinnaker pole out, use a spinnaker guide, and then just run with the spinnaker. And the spinnaker's not gonna really slop back and forth so much because you can control the guy attacking the spinnaker with the spinnaker pole. But we don't like spinnakers on this boat.
On any boat?
I don't like spinnakers. So here's why. With a spinnaker, it's very, very easy to overpower your boat. And you're very comfortable, and then a gust comes along. And one of the most common problems, most common dangerous things, is people will cleat down the spinnaker sheet. And you have two lines on a spinnaker, so you have twice as much going on. So you've got your line controlling the pole, which is your guy, and then you've got the line that's on the other side of the spinnaker, which is the sheet. And as long as somebody is always holding the sheet and can dump that sheet in a heartbeat, you're probably going to be okay. But that almost...
I'm sorry, I stopped it. So you were saying,
When?
unless the guy can stop it and dump the line.
Okay, so if your spinnaker line holder, if your spinnaker tender can dump the line instantly, then even if you overpower and start to broach, you can just let go of the spinnaker sheet and you'll recover. But if you're sailing short-handed or single-handed, you're gonna have to cleat down that spinnaker sheet, and then you pick up a gust, you catch a roller the wrong way, you get a wind shift, and all of a sudden you go from very comfortable to in a broach in a very dangerous situation, maybe even a pitch pull. So, is it faster? Well, I mean, up to a point. I mean, how much speed can you get into a full keel 30-foot boat? That's, you know, spinnaker's gonna increase that speed somewhat, but I'm not racing, and it's much safer to fly wing and wing, or even put out the head sail and go wing, wing, and wing, rather than try to fly a spinnaker short-handed especially. So, and racers swear by spinnakers, and if I was racing, yeah, I'd have a spinnaker out.
But you'd also have people who could jump the line.
We'd have people that could hold that spinnaker line, the spinnaker sheet, and dump it. So, yeah, so here's the fun part. Go to almost any sailing video on YouTube and look up sailboat pitch pole or sailboat broach, and I think probably without exception you're going to find that they're in a spinnaker, they're overpowered, and virtually every single situation you'll see that the spinnaker sheet was cleated down. So if you're going to fly a spinnaker, then be careful that you don't cleat down the sheet. You can cleat down the guy. Flying a spinnaker is a completely different class. We'll do a video on that sometime when we get somebody with a spinnaker.
Okay.
It's a tall ship, a gaff rigged tall ship. to get a focus on it.
But
Video of the ship. It's recording right now.
okay. Just
Got a cruise ship coming out. Navigator of the Seas. That's a big ship. So this is pretty cool. We just docked at this this little working dock here, and they were like, "Hey, you're gonna get towed away if you stay." And we told them we're just gonna try to buy some fish. So I went up and I knocked on the gate up there, and talked to the guy that works here. His name's Aaron, and I told him we just want to buy some fish. Can we do that? And he's like, "Yeah, sure, that's cool." So Kristin and Shari up there right now placing an order for fish, and we'll see what the catch of the day is. We had a really good time today. So we sailed out, actually motored out, and then put the sails up just as we got out to the gate, and then sailed out. Sailed for about, I don't know, 3 hours almost. And Kristin and Shari took turns on the helm, and we learned about sailing, and we got to sail downwind. Saw the battleship on the way out. It's Veterans Day, so they had the whole regalia set up. And then we were gonna try to go down to Long Beach because we wanted to see the lighthouse there, because I've never seen it. But it was just getting too dark, and we wanted to get back before the fish market closed. So anyways, yeah, so we're docked up here at this little pier here, and I'm just using those ropes there as a fender because I don't want to scratch up my boat on the wood. And then a cruise ship went out, and I was afraid that maybe he wasn't going to see us, but he did, so that was all good. And we'll see what the girls bring back. So yeah, they said that, yeah, they'll take our money and give us food, so that's good. But they said next time go down to the public docks, which are just the white cap docks right down there. So that's not too big a deal. So they were very nice about it, and that was great, and now we know. Hey, hey! The girls scored the goods.
It's actually called the Krusty Krab.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Holy cow, that's awesome. And they were nice to you?
Very nice.
That's good. It's chow time at the ranch. So night is setting, or sunlight setting. Night's setting in. This cruise ship is pulling out. They've got the Harbor Patrol escort boat, kicked it into high power, try to get out of here as fast as we can. Make sure that we're not in this guy's prop wake or distracting him in any way. That thing is just enormous. I can't believe it. We saw 2 cruise ships leave in one day. I wonder if that's normal. Maybe. Abby something. Abby normal. Everything was totally different at night. There's that cruise ship taken out. Oh, I'm good.
You want to go lunch with your wifey?
No, not right now. I want to drive the boat.
Okay. Drive your boat.
I drive my boat.
Okay.
Drive my boat. In the dark. Wave, Simon. I think I said wave, Simon like 10 times on that video. That was so funny. All right, so yeah, big pretty lights.